Start recording button here. There.
Yeah, have both buttons going.
Yeah,
I did that
CPU
one.
usage very low. Like everything's fine. I'm still dropping frames
If
though, and I'm still in the red latency.
Yeah, well, if the stream turns to crap and you have the recording, you can pass it along and I'll make sure it gets to YouTube on time.
Okay. All right. So I got the thingy recording. The big question is, Scott, how late do I have you for? You already look a little tired, my man.
I'm on spring break.
Okay, good.
Spring break.
All right. Thank you for all of the subscribes, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. It means, yeah. Ooh, hype train. Did I see some? Oh, I see.
Is Michael gone for anyone else or just me?
Yeah, he's gone for me.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
reached out twice,
This gives
and he's
us
still
time
not
to.
back.
This gives us time to hammer out issues.
Well, the stream looks okay. If that helps,
Okay.
I just loaded it up.
I'm sure chat gang will let us know if it looks like dog shit. Chat gang always has our back. But thank you for the 32 years, Snitbag, and 3 years from Shelly. So thank you so much. Yeah. So y'all just vamp for a little bit. I didn't get to go and get my water.
I'm doing the self promo multi thing right now, so y'all vamp.
Well,
Can't.
Rory is
My brain can't brain.
Michael is just hard committing to the RP since he's in torpor right
Oh
now.
yeah, he is torpored.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey.
oh God, he's
Hey,
back.
he's back.
Hey, he's back.
He's back.
Hi.
I mean,
Look
Hi.
who's back.
I could just lay in my bed and move the camera, and you guys could just watch me like method 4-4.
Method.
Method.
Hella
Method. A
method.
method is book. Method acting is a lie, by the way.
Yes. Bullshit.
He was just being.
Jared Leto sucks.
Damn.
Oh my god!
We're just gonna do
Oh,
fucking full ass names here. Okay.
I'm gonna drop it.
Michael chose violence today,
Damn.
and I
I think
love
that's the
it.
first time I've gotten to hear that that audio notification. So thank you so much,
Okay.
Charles Fox, for gifting some subs.
Oh. Choo choo.
The stick from Rory. Oh my god, Charles.
How
Charles.
dare
Charles.
Charles? I'm gonna hit you with Charles. Charles.
Charles.
All right. I think
I
I'm-
have to use my favorite sound alert.
You're a fucking weird dude.
Oh wait.
He's a weird dude.
Oh,
it's Mr. Man.
also, it's James. Hi, James. That's James from the
Hey
Monday game.
yo.
Ahoy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm not checking. Let us know. I'm still like dropping 60% of my frames according to OBS, which is yikes. But you know what? It'll just look like I stammer, which I do normally anyway, right? So it's
You've
fine.
completely lost it, haven't you?
All right. I'm going to step away. People want to read the I'm going to get my water and stuff together. The thing
Yeah.
I would have been doing if I weren't troubleshooting stupid
I
ass
can do it.
technology. So we can get our
Yes, do it.
we can get
Do
our
it.
our content warning out of the
Mhm.
way and
Find it
do a
again.
recap. Yeah. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Professionally
Ahem.
stepping away.
Yes, thank you. The following show takes place in the world of darkness and explores narratives of personal horror. This story is a work of fiction and is not official World of Darkness material. Please call me Vampire Daddy.
Same.
God.
Many of the themes are portrayed from a place of empathy, but may be uncomfortable to some listeners. Episodes may contain coarse language, sexual content, mental and emotional abuse, violence, mental illness, and blood. Viewer discretion is advised. Portions of the materials are the copyrights and trademarks of Paradox Interactive AB and are used with permission. All rights reserved. For more information, please visit worldofdarkness.com. Thank you for watching Endless Elegy. We hope you've enjoyed the story thus far and invite you to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitch or follow your favorite player. That'd be me. I know. By doing this, you will help support the show and get updates when our next episode goes live. If you'd like to be part of our community, you can follow us on Twitter and join our Discord. All links are in the notes.
The bot is dead. Okay. Okay. So
All links
I guess
are somewhere else entirely.
the links are lost to the void. All right. So do we attempt a recap?
Yeah, I think we should probably. Well, let's do
Okay,
a full
okay,
season
recap.
recap. Full season recap since we've been gone for
I
a
mean,
couple
we-
weeks.
Jesus, I won't be able to do the full season recap, but I can tell you a few things about what happened last session. So Rory was in the spooky. Was it a movie theater, like a stage theater? I forget. He was in the spooky theater, and weird things were happening there that nobody knows about because the idiot went by himself. And then Damon somehow magically appeared to save his butt, or at least attempt to save his butt. And then the Static Man came to say hello, and then
Touched him with
did
his
some
static
stuff.
stick.
did stuff to
Calling
Rory, and
HR.
then oops, Harper.
Oops. Oops, all torpor.
Oops, I torpored again.
You know, with all the shit that we've done in this chronicle, I'm surprised it's only the first one.
Honestly, same, yeah.
Honestly, yeah. It may or may not have been Sasha's fault that he got himself into that mess. If you
Go watch
back
all of the
into-
YouTube
go-
videos.
it's like 50 hours of content, but it's 50 hours of awesome content.
Just put us on in the background while you're working. Work and lurk.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil y'all for that, but Sasha is at least partially the reason he went there in the first place. That's fine, not a big deal. And then Ashley, a week after the events of Torpor City, made an appearance at Elysium and was like, "Hey, I'm the Primogen for the Venture now. Insert awesome words here. Rally all of the vampires. Woo!" And everyone was all about it. And then
Making fun of me.
and Sasha did a thing, hanging out by a tree because Elysium is in the middle of a park, just like totally pretending like she's interested in anything Ashley has to say. But she used her Auspex. She was using her Auspex to spy on her ex-boyfriend. I mean, don't act so surprised. Anyway, but Sasha was kind of busy spying.
Weird.
Toreador, she's a Toreador, don't sound surprised. Look, we've played 17 sessions together. Why do you sound so surprised about this? Anyway,
because I'm a very good actor.
She was using her Auspex to spy on her ex-boyfriend, who was spying on some weird cultist shit. And
Well, I
really
saved her
bad.
current boyfriend from being fingered by the static
Damon.
man. And all I got in that entire thing is not that I saved him. I just randomly showed up while he's alone.
I don't know how you got there.
So,
I don't know how you got there.
her not caring about your speech is actually acknowledging that you gave a speech. I didn't even get acknowledged that I saved Rory, just that I was there.
That's true. Damon
Eventually,
saved Rory.
I got drunk and I stumbled there, like, you know.
In my defense, I was half asleep when it happened. Okay,
Sasha is not a good storyteller, is what I'm learning.
Sasha is not a good storyteller, and maybe Anne is
She's also why she doesn't give up anybody's secrets because she can't remember them.
Maybe Anne is just a bad storyteller.
Hey Charles,
Sasha
can you?
problem.
I clearly missed something while I was away. Could you recap the recap for me?
Recap.
What did I miss?
David
the only person
Rory's
who
life.
actually remembers what happened
Via
is Rory.
shade everywhere.
How did you? I want to know where you got that spell from. That's what I want to know. You
What
had a
spell?
ritual.
You weren't
I
there.
wanna
You don't know.
I know. Don't know.
Oh,
I know.
Damon,
Ashley doesn't know.
Damon is a closet book nerd.
Oh.
Damon lore just dropped. He just like stole a
The
book
new-
from somewhere. I don't
New
know.
Damon Lord.
Look, I was half asleep. Okay, I forgot about the sequence
I
of
followed
events.
Rory
But
around. You talked some in a park. And she only remembers
oh
what
yeah,
happened to
Damon
Rory.
was like a freaking superhero.
I'm
And
the main
Rory's
character.
still fucked up. Still fucked up and got tortured.
I didn't realize
No.
Rory was a great
We don't know how he got out of there after he got torpored, but he shot a fireball at his ass and flew out. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
No, this is why you should never let me do recaps because it's unhinged as fuck. Okay, let's move on.
I
Rory's
figured
the
if
protagonist.
if I needed anyone to buy me time while I
And
took way too long getting water and ice cubes and then just
You're welcome.
Sasha is a great
like
unplayable story narrator.
yeah, Yeah.
Unless it's about Rory, she doesn't know what happened.
Exactly.
Sat there like sighing a bunch about like
I'm very important.
I mean, I thought so
gathering my
too. That's why I saved you.
faculties.
He's the
I-
chosen one.
I appreciate you. I
Jesus.
appreciate
Like Sasha barely
So-
knows Damon. I'm sure that she'd like him like when she has like 5 minutes that don't involve spying on her ex or doing some sneaky bullshit. It's fine.
Banging her
So-
boyfriend or ex-boyfriend.
Alleged.
That's just
Allegedly.
a lot. Like
I think we have to say
You know, she-
allegedly to
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
allegedly. Okay, but yeah, it's a known fact that Sasha fucks. Okay, so it is known.
Masha Fox.
Look, you can't hold that against her. I mean, yes, you can, but you shouldn't.
Yeah, she's definitely Sasha is definitely not over her ex.
Charles, come in with a real recap.
Sasha spied on her ex. She wasn't over. Ashley did a great speech to rally the troops. Rory got emo, went to theater, static and maybe picked up a passenger.
It's not inaccurate.
Damon pulled up to where
fan.
Rory was at.
helped
Rory, just
but
like,
got no respect.
Hey, let's do this together. And then proceeded to
she's
save
so
Rory's life via a spell and buying some time, and then also pulling
Damon
his
is
ass out.
Jabberjaw confirmed.
I love this. Damon helped Rory but got no respect or thanks like normal.
I feel like this is a recurring theme. Like when we killed the gargoyle, when we saved the friend in the mirror. I'm just like there. I save people and get no
You're the
respect.
real
I'm Rodney
hero.
Dangerfield
You're
over
the
here.
real
Not even a
anti-hero
fourth wheel.
hero.
He's like the eighth wheel.
No, but didn't
No
Ashley
respect.
go like you can hang out at the house like you're like
After
Oh,
I've
wow.
saved everyone
Ashley
multiple
was like-
times, you guys can hang out. I
You
brought her
saved
down the
my life.
stairs so
You
she
can
can
sit on
blow
the
up.
couch.
you
I
saved my
guess.
life, you can
Yeah.
eat
All right,
my
you
food
saved
and hang out
Ashley
at my
too.
house.
You
Wait,
saved
what?
Yeah, no,
the
and Ashley
explosion
was
as
like
well.
yeah, and Ashley was like
But did you know
yeah,
Rory
you can
did some
hang out
things
at my
too?
We're
Ashley
very
gave a
proud
cool
of it.
speech in a park. Damon just
Yeah.
saved everyone. It's fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Damon's just saving everyone. Damon has a place to live.
So Damon, yeah, and
It's like how
money.
Anne's birthday keeps eating my birthday.
food. I mean, listen, if you want a main character Sunday, I'm totally cool with that.
By
You
the
can
way,
leave
y'all
the-
are
you can
getting
leave the charge.
double Endless Elegy
Oh
this
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We should
No,
probably announce that.
I think we
Yeah.
got to put that at the top.
Yeah.
So
It's
Anne,
Scott's birthday and also Anne.
And
If Damon
Scott's
wasn't there, this would be a
birthday.
shorter game because they'd all be dead. The end.
It's fine.
So, what? 12 o'clock, aka noon
I'm so happy.
Eastern time on Sunday.
what
Yep.
time is
We're
it?
going to have an
Noon.
8-hour marathon because
Noon?
we're smart people.
Noon
Yeah.
Central.
Real
No,
talk.
11 Central.
11 Central.
Yeah.
Real talk. The world
12
revolves
Eastern.
around me, and I passed my presence or my charisma plus persuasion check to convince everybody to do it with me. 8 hours of vampire.
But it's also
Aw, yeah.
Scott's birthday as well. Scott is also turning
but I
an
found out-
age
Yeah,
that he
Scott
does
is
not
also
want
there.
to
Damon
be.
isn't going to show up to this, so you guys can all die.
You sound.
That'll just
bitter.
bring in a throwaway character and just to stab us all.
No, we
So-
get Ben Sahar instead, and he just burns down all of Chicago.
Yeah.
So plot twist. I'm actually going to run the My Little Pony vampire crossover I've always wanted to run.
Well,
I have
I've
I have
interpreted
the
your
perfect build
characters.
for that.
I have interpreted your characters as like what I think their My Little Pony variants would be.
Oh God.
It's this Sunday,
Essence
Charles.
20.
Sunday
Wait,
at noon.
Essence 20 or Tales of Equestria? Because there's difference.
Yes.
I don't like Tales of Equestria. I don't know. It never clicked for me as a system. Sorry, I just have to put that out there. We're
E20,
talking.
baby.
I have no idea how to play My Little Pony, so
Wait, which one? Which
Just
one
be
do you like
ridiculous.
better? I'm sorry. The weird the vampire obsessed guy definitely doesn't own physical copies of both.
The one on your left, the one you're holding with your left hand. That was my favorite.
All right, glad to help, Charles.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and put my My Little Pony books right next to all my like Mage 20, Werewolf 20, Raid 20 books. You know,
If you have to ask which one of those two I prefer, you don't know me. You don't know me, man. Okay, let's get to vampire
that was a
bullshit.
segue. That was just a segue into showing off the fact that I own My Little Pony books.
Yes, everybody clap. Our ST is a brony. Move on.
You can't prove that. All
I
right.
have to. Let's go.
Let's go.
I lost
Before
I want to get on a torpor, please.
Before
Please
we
stay.
move on, we need to settle two very important things. The first being Rory's torpor status.
Mm-hmm.
Damon. So Rory would naturally, on account of his blood potency not being like supremely high, Rory will actually naturally come out of torpor. What is it, like 3 days, 2 days, something like that on his own? I can't recall.
I think it was a week.
Maybe it's
humanity based. I'm trying to remember because I looked it up.
Possibly faster because I'm so hungry already. I think it was
oh
a
my
week.
gosh, I have to look up rules.
Vampire.
Found it. Hold on. Why is it taking so long? Oh, I hate it here. Okay. I don't like that. Get your shit together. Okay, there it is. Sir?
This is an
Sir,
Arby's.
Hold on. Give me. Okay. Nope, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that.
Torpor.
Oh, that's a
Mm-hmm.
thing. Pain severity, feeding penalty.
Yeah, it'd be about.
Nope, that's not what I'm. It'd be about a week because I was looking at it.
Yeah, it is.
before.
It is literally about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if
Yeah.
I hit hunger 5, which I'm
Yeah,
at 4. So
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Oh.
really, it's going to break down to be about 5 days, one way or another. Which is about a week. It's a work week, right? So my unreliable narration, without looking or planning anything, worked out once again. So you will naturally come out of torpor, in about 5 days. Nothing at all will happen to you in torpor. I promise you.
Fire!
Don't do
But
that.
Damon,
Sweet torpor dream. Give me.
but Damon, you can wake him early if you wish.
Yeah, I was going to wake him up as soon as I could, as long as I put a circle around him and made sure that he was not bringing a friend along.
All right, so
because unlike him, I use words.
So what? So you basically, we had that pretty metal nightmare scene, and you abscond from the theater with Rory's body in tow. Where do you go to?
Well, my first thought was a house that it was already set up for this kind of stuff in Milwaukee, but I didn't know if I'd have time to get there. So I would end up using there's a warehouse that I have that I was storing some of Kate's stuff in.
Okay.
And I was gonna go there if I had to hurry.
Okay.
I didn't know if we'd have to have a round 2 with this thing, so it would
Not
kind of
yet.
depend.
All right, so you head to the warehouse. Go ahead and roll your relevant dice pool for warding up and stuff.
All right.
And do you have occult or?
I do.
Okay.
Six successes.
All right. That's for the ward.
Yeah. To do the ritual.
All right. And then I'm gonna go with a wits occult because it's less like an investigation or book type thing. It's really more of a looking for like evidence of possession.
Okay.
So wits, go ahead and roll a wits occult.
Okay. 5.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give you one additional success on account of your ward. Like it would, there'd be some more. Like if there happens to be an entity, there would be more visible signs. Like he'd probably be restless. His body, you'd see some stuff. So I'm gonna give you one auto success. So 6 successes on the occult. So a few things happen. You begin sort of inscribing the ward in this warehouse. This, one of Damon's sort of fallback places. You do not have time to make it to Milwaukee. Rory is in torpor and should sleep like the dead, right? Bad pun intended, as such. I think Damon's from Milwaukee, or a Milwaukee resident enough. You've seen a lot of combat. That's kind of one of Milwaukee's things. There's a lot of scraps go down. You're familiar with what a vampire looks like when they get torpid. You've seen them get staked. It's yeah, it's not too much unlike the day sleep, but it's pretty, there's a little bit more extreme sort of things depending on the vampire's age that can happen. Rory's actually a relatively young vampire, so some of the the more horror movie things don't happen, right? But still, the rigor mortis, those sort of things, you notice them. However, when you place Rory in the ward, his eyes, like his eyelids, like drift open just a little bit, and you see the whites of his eyes as though you see them sort of like flitting, as though he's experiencing a sort of REM state, which all other things point to him being torpid. No pulse, skin cold as ice, looks even a little bit emaciated and cadaverish. But when you place him in the ward, this sort of like twitch thing happens. Despite that, you don't believe he's still possessed. Well, not in any literal passenger from the beyond sense. More of, but you don't think he escaped unmarked. It's not possession, but he's going to be carrying a burden of sorts for a while.
All right, so he does have emotional damage. He stay.
Pass that t-shirt for anything.
He gets it from his girlfriend. He gets it from random tickler finger creatures. He gets from his sire. Like, this guy just can't win. We're gonna have to find him like some spiritual Xanax.
Just the fact you employ emotional damage.
I'll go ahead and wake him up.
Okay. You're gonna make that a sound clip for Damon. Fantastic. So as you
Does it taste woody?
before you wake him up, Rory, you find yourself in a familiar room. You find yourself feeling some unfamiliar emotions. And there are cages and restraints, a rather clinical odor, like embalming fluid and alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and other sanitation smells, and really just sort of like chemical clean to the whole place. After all, one must keep their workspace for such endeavors as clean as possible. And you once more see this other self. Unlike before, Rory, you're in the room now, and that would mean there are two of you. You sort of at first have this almost omniscient sort of like crane view of things, you know, like a camera on a crane type thing, as if it's just sort of one box in the middle of nowhere, just a black void surrounding it, and you sort of crane into this room, and you find yourself at the end of this impossibly long corridor. The cages and restraints and all these manner of things seem to sort of twist up above you, almost leaning over you, sort of like a Tim Burton set, you know, no no right angles anywhere in sight, just harsh curvature, you know. And at the far end of this impossibly long corridor, you see a slab, and you see yourself sort of taking notes, and there's a bit of a haze around everything, foggy, except that version of you, clean, pristine, like perfectly in a spotlight, as if it is the only truth in this room and everything else is not. You have agency here.
What the hell? It's the wrong accent. It's been a
It's
minute.
been 3 weeks. Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad.
Chicago. All right, there we go. We found it. What is going on? I'm gonna walk towards the nightmare. I've had this nightmare a lot of nights.
Quaint thing to think of yourself. It's like grabs a clipboard from that's on the side of the slab, and pencils or inks something on a piece of paper that you can't, you know, make out the details of from your position. And yeah, A nightmare. An interesting thing to. Oh, sorry, Chicago. A nightmare. Interesting thing to think of yourself as. Try. I think I'm a little more New York there, but
Yeah, it's
I don't
fine.
do accents well. Sorry.
Yeah, you are. You're all of my dark urges given form. Everything I refuse to be.
And yet, what is that you carry in your pocket there? That shard of the bloodstone, you can feel the bulk inside
Yeah.
of you.
What about it?
I mean, I'm just science can be a little cold, uncaring, but it's necessary. Good comes of it. Discoveries. I've kept both feet firmly on this side of the veil. You what you're messing with? You really think I'm the nightmare? You think I'm all the bad stuff?
Just look at the room.
What are them candles
I
made
don't
out of?
cage people.
Nah, but you burn their fat, huh? What are those candles you made of? You use in your rituals? Tallow, right? What kind? From what mammal?
I don't murder or harm or encourage suffering to acquire what I need.
You're delusional, if that's what you think.
Do everything I can to mitigate any harm.
Yeah, you ask for permission. Like a lion asking the gazelle for permission. Like your boss asking you to work weekends. Oh, just come on in. How do you feel? You're you're bargaining. You're bartering from a position of power. The coercion's inherent to the state of affairs. Oh, the vampire wizard. He asked consent. You really think they're uncoerced? You really think because you say, "Can I pretty please have a nibble on your neck?" You ain't a monster?
I never said I wasn't a monster. But I refuse to fall that far.
What if what if in your need to find a different path, you're walking a worse one? You think every time you try to resurrect thaumaturgy, there aren't consequences? I
There might
use
be.
a scalpel. Couple volunteers don't exactly make it, but their nightmares stay where they should. Every time you levitate a book off of fetch a book from the shelf. Every time you conjure a mote of flame. You remember we were supposed to be a mage, right? Before that
do.
was taken away. You remember that feeling? I let it
tried.
go. I let it go. I'm a version of you who let it go and found a different calling. You're the one living in the past and holding on.
Everything I do to try to leave the world better than I found it.
Do you know what mages call it when they fuck with things they shouldn't?
Paradox.
Your body's dead, so you don't feel it the same. But you ever think that maybe you're offloading all that paradox elsewhere?
You
There's
may
a
have a point.
reason kindred don't cast spells. Not the same way mages do.
Yeah.
Way I see it, me, you're a new kind of Nefandi. You just don't know it yet. But that's the problem with being the nightmare. Till somebody's dreaming about you. Or somebody wakes up from you. You may never know you're the nightmare, huh?
This is my dream, or whatever this is. I'm not the nightmare. And if I become the nightmare, I will walk into the sun that I've never seen.
You keep telling yourself that, Roar. You keep telling us that. Me, I'm gonna stay right here, enjoying the show. And, you know, if you need a hand, maybe getting back on track, you know where to find me.
I don't need you. I have people.
Yeah. People you'll hurt.
Maybe.
People you've already hurt.
Unbelievable!
It's weird. Sounds a little bit like life.
Except you're dead. That's a hell of a paradox already, ain't it?
Yeah.
I think you should workshop a better name for that in your case, because, I can see the Bane spirits piling up already, can't you? And, your attention for a moment drifts to this void box, this, almost like this office sort of suspended in space, right? And you can sort of almost see things flitting about the sort of the periphery of it, just on the outskirts, just on the, just sort of that space outside the frame, as it were. You can hear their claws and jaws sort of gnashing like fucking Langoliers on acid. If you got that reference, you're dope.
The harm, the dangers, you know, it's never far from my mind. If you're actually some strange piece of me, I'm never not thinking about consequences.
Yeah. And like you hear like a gunfire and screams and like uh, it inserts the image in your mind of when you lost it in the alleyway and you can hear the sounds. What consequences were you worrying about then, huh?
They were reaping consequences.
Oh, you were the consequences, huh? You were their nightmare, huh?
Maybe. Maybe you have a point.
How did
Maybe
that
sometimes
feel?
I do have to be the nightmare to protect those I love.
All night long, all night.
Those who just need protecting.
That's how do you decide?
To follow what's left of my soul.
So you
Yes.
think it's oh man. I knew we were deluded, but oh, oh brother, oh cousin, you need me a lot more than I thought.
I don't. I really don't.
You know that's not true. You know there's things you haven't
Everything you
been.
stand for makes me sick. The things that you were doing to these people.
The things you did to people.
Yeah,
I am
against my will. But yes, I
because your boss asked you, right? Your son.
asked is a one way to put it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I had no choice. You know, you were there.
Yeah, I was. I remember getting us out of there. Doing what had to be done. And you'll come back around to doing what needs to be done again. Or
You
you
may have.
won't. And what's left of that soul. Oh, buddy, where do you think that man came from? He gestures at you over the fingers. The static man. He was what was left of a soul one time. Twisted. The nightmares that came, right?
Yeah. Sometimes even nightmares need help.
I mean, now I gotta ask, how you gonna help a nightmare?
I don't know. I don't know. But whatever did this to the static man, whatever he's going through, obviously didn't ask for it. Needs to be put back where he belongs.
And you need to get back where you belong. Kind of looks around the room.
And it's definitely not here.
Maybe a version of it.
Mm-mm.
You keep acting and thinking as if I'm somehow some other person. I'm you, Rory. Maybe not you right now, but you can see it, right? Where you were, how you get here. Couple more nights like that alley. One more bloodstone here and there. One more forbidden scroll. Maybe a twist of jealousy with an old flame in the picture for someone you care about. Pretend like we didn't see what was going on after the club.
That won't work.
Uh,
I don't care if she has old. I believe me, I'm well aware of Sasha's nighttime activities.
Is she aware of yours?
What? You mean my late night Taco Bell runs?
I mean, that thing you were supposed to get rid of and didn't. I mean, some of the research we're doing.
I have no secrets from Sasha.
No,
If she asks, I'll tell her.
right. Just like when you ask for consent to steal somebody's blood.
We can go in circles forever.
Oh, we will.
I
You'll always find yourself right back
don't.
here with me.
I don't doubt that. But for right now, I think I'm done talking to you. You're right. I have things to do, places to be, a whole staticky situation to figure out.
See you soon.
Let's hope not.
It's like kind of where you come to laying in a circle. Damon's beautiful, horrible, imposing face sort of like hovering a few feet away from you, looking over you from like the outside of the seal, sort of with a
Ugh. Ugh. You ever look in the mirror and want to punch yourself?
So Damon, as he's in that moment before he speaks, the whites of his eyes, you saw him kind of in this like weird sort of torpor REM state. One of his eyes does in fact crackle with a little bit of static before they come back into focus. Like, and he speaks.
Morning, sunshine.
Oh, is it? I don't know what happened there at the end, but thanks.
You're welcome. See, and you didn't even burst into flames.
Let's hope not.
At least not yet, right?
Yeah. I have a whole plan for the day I burst into flames.
For science, I guess.
Something like that, yeah. Oh God. When are we?
What? Do you say when or where?
Where? I mean, I guess when is good too. How long have I been out?
Just a couple hours.
Oh shit! All right. Where? Okay. How about where?
At one of my storage warehouses where I'm keeping some stuff.
Okay. Cool. All
There's a
right.
bunch of like boxes and stuff, and then behind Damon is a giant brass bull statue.
Oh shit.
The fuck?
I got it from a friend.
Why don't you go ahead and roll an occult, intelligence occult,
Yep.
Rory?
Character sheet. Go to my character sheet.
My friend is really big into archaeology.
You know Indiana Jones?
Got him on.
Amazing.
Would blood magic or parapsychology apply?
No,
Okay. So that's just 8.
this is real world
I'm
shit.
glad you answered that, Scott. You're like,
And
no.
you know, checking. How many hunger am I at?
We should be at 3 because I gave you some blood at least.
Okay.
Yeah, you're down to 3.
Down to 3. Okay. Sweet.
I gave you some of this stout juice over here.
5, 6, 7.
A little
I woke you up
superhero juice.
in like an hour.
Yeah.
Superhero juice from Damon.
So much Red Bull.
Kindred
4.
Red Bull.
Um,
Amazing.
how obscure is?
Oh, it's not. It's super like well known.
All right, you wanna describe Ben's? Never mind. You wanna describe what this thing that you got in the room?
It's a giant statue of Baal-Haman, and it was used in Carthage for children sacrifices of impure babies.
Oh God.
Can we get a clarification of impure babies real quick?
Babies born with deficiencies who would not survive at the time on their own.
Okay. Eugenics. Check. Okay.
That's quite the piece.
Yeah, that's why when you were talking about fire, it was kind of ironic.
Right. I don't suppose you got any bags in the fridge.
No, but I do have somebody up who could give it to you if you need it.
I mean, I am a little peckish. Are they aware of what they're doing? Are they?
They're pretty aware, yeah.
Because I can't. I won't. If they don't know what they're in for.
You just
I
hear
mean-
laughing in your head somewhere. You're not sure if it's the beast within or some other. You by the way, Damon, see one of his eyes sort of twitch involuntarily.
I think you need to get your attendance adjusted. TV keeps going in and out.
Something in my eye?
You could say that.
Feel like next time, like sitting there with a cell phone video.
That was a whole thing. But yeah, no, if they're willing, yeah, I could.
All right, I'm gonna go
definitely-
introduce him to Bruce, who happens to be at the warehouse watching it.
Security guard.
Yeah,
All right.
Security, Bruce.
who moonlights as food.
I am Food Man.
Bruce, the food truck.
So
So
with our time skip in mind, we'll have a classic sort of Rory feeding sort of scene, and we will dissolve, and do a dissolve, type of cut. We will do a dissolve to Ashley wrapping up her speech, and for the first time, the camera actually like sort of pans to the right, and we see Rory and Damon in attendance. We can backfill what happened in the week between, but to get us sort of caught up in the timeline.
I heard Ashley's talking in the park about something important.
Ashley talking about important things
In the park, it was something.
You shady cunts.
Look, I'm just going off what I was told.
Wow. And
I mean,
that is the first thing that I plan on doing as the primogen of the Ventru of Chicago.
Bam.
Are there
Plot
tables?
twist.
Promoting Damon? Sorry.
Are there like tables or benches in this
Or
park?
promoting Rory, who was just saved because he's the hero of the story.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm main character.
The
It's true.
chosen one.
It's true.
Yes,
Damon.
but does this park have picnic tables or anything to stand on?
Do you want there to be a picnic
I
table?
do. I very much
Okay,
do. Yes.
there is a
It's
there's
important because I'm
yes,
going to jump on the table and start clapping for Ashley.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. This is how the camera this is how we catch up in the timeline, right? Like it's you. This is where we show that you weren't actually dead the whole
Yeah,
time, right? You jump up on a
exactly.
picnic table.
Woo, yeah, Ashley, best friend true. Woo.
It's like that scene whenever Chaucer gives the speech in A Knight's Tale.
Oh my god!
And in the crowd, he's like, "Yeah!"
We walk in the garden of his turbulence. I don't even know what that means, but it's amazing line.
Yeah.
Every bard I play in Dungeons and
I love your
Dragons-
talk in the park, Ashley.
Every bard I ever play is just some version of Chaucer, by the way, from A Knight's Tale.
Amazing.
Good
Yeah.
influence.
It's Chaucer and Dread Pirate Roberts, like just those
The
two
Dread
characters.
Pirate Chaucer.
The Dread Pirate Chaucer, that's right. It's about an hour. I think we can take a real quick break here. I am out of water, and I think Rory
Rory's
needs
just
to
trying to
recover.
start chants like, "Who sucks first light? Who sucks first light?"
We'll go to our BRB screen here, everybody. Thank you for watching so far. Remember, follows are free. We'll be on about 5 minutes. I'm going to touch base with the coterie off camera so we can choose where to take this scene next, and we'll have an opportunity to get some water and stuff like that.
We're riding the hype Ashley train. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
What?
What
Ashley,
does
what?
moonlighting as food pay? That's a
Same
great
amount
question.
as a
Yeah, it's a
security
good question.
guard.
Yeah, David. Yeah.
Same amount as a security guard, because that's his actual job there.
See,
I don't
we
know.
have
$25 an hour.
He doesn't actually remember. He doesn't remember the last time he's actually been paid. Don't
it's
lie.
like Uber Eats.
Go figure.
It's
Oh my
you.
god!
This is a good
That's
first
so
day,
funny.
guys. This is a good first day, guys. This is a good first day, guys.
Like new side hustle, like
It's
Uber
Groundhog
Eats.
Day in this bitch.
I don't figure that.
Right. So that break, I have to get more hydration.
All right, so everyone get hydrated. Remember,
Hydration Nation.
smash that follow button because follows are free. Hooray! Support the channel, etc., etc. We will be
Shout
right
out
back
to,
about 5.
Chat gang. We got
Gotcha.
some new people in chat.
I see
So
that.
I
Yeah,
know all of you.
chat
Yeah.
gang popping off tonight.
Well,
so thank you
welcome,
for some of the new folks,
Victims, friends.
victims. Yeah, it's
Cal-
victims.
Callum. Callum from last night.
I had
Um,
a great conversation with Callum last night. That was a blast.
Yeah, I read all of that back, and I'm like,
You
that's
missed
not my intention.
you missed some saucy
What
conversation.
is this universe? Well.
Oh yeah, it's good that you guys were filling in the blanks
Oh,
because
I
I
like
cannot.
Callum was like
I
helping me
cannot.
learn stuff because I don't really know stuff about Power Rangers. I'm a more of a vampire guy. But so it was a pretty good time. All right, we'll be right back. 5 minutes, everybody. See you shortly. seconds quicker on switching over from AFK.
What? Oh, shit's been going crazy. Yeah.
The like, does that shit transfer? Like,
Does that shit transfer?
like, what's the exchange rate on
Visiting the
What did
sins of
I
the
inherit?
sire
on
upon the child. Like,
Primogen sire bullshit? Like, what is that?
Mhm.
Oh, it's a 1-to-1. That currency exchange rate in vampire.
I want to find who answers that question honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
love
no, it doesn't.
you're fine,
Yeah,
don't
we're
worry about it,
clear.
yeah.
We're in the clear.
Oh
my
no, we're
dude.
good. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
totes my goats, no probs.
yeah.
I love
I love Primogen,
I love Primogen.
especially Ventures. They're the best.
I love Lamp.
I love lamp. I love
I love
bear.
Lamp.
I love Squirrel.
Are you just naming things in the office?
Donkey.
And
I
moose.
love Pan. I love Chair.
Cow.
Man.
Moo?
Man, that movie. Oh my God,
Are we
Weatherman.
back?
Yeah, or Anchorman. Sorry,
Oh,
Anchorman
No,
was
we're not
just.
back.
Where have we been?
Oh, we're back.
Oh, we are?
Oh yeah.
There's a delay.
Guess who's back?
There's a
27
delay on
second
screen.
delay. I
Rory's
cannot
back.
get rid of the 27-second delay. I'm sorry. All right. Welcome back, chat gang, or I guess welcome us back. I don't know how that works. I think I say welcome back as though you went somewhere and not us. That's how professional streaming works.
Hooray.
I did not leave to
so
get Fruit Loop jelly beans.
So essentially, we find ourselves in Elysium, at night, in Millennium Park in Chicago, which is one of the parks near the very famous Bean. If you may not be familiar with the Chicago area, but there's like the Bean sculpture. It's a very shiny giant bean. That's it. Millennium Park's around that area, around the loop, as it were. And since the Second Inquisition, Elysium, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, really. So it's not like every kindred in the city has turned up to sort of like
There's a live
welcome the new
stream.
Primogen or whatever. There is absolutely not a live stream because Camarilla have gotten weird about technology. We hand wave some of that because
What?
it's just more fun. Rule of cool and rule of fun. But so like some of the Primogen council are there, some kindred. But the big thing is this isn't like a permanent Elysium. It's kind of like a pop-up Elysium, yeah, like a pop-up. Yeah. It's hey, sometimes that's the thing is like that it does show that it is sort of a pop-up actually adds to the security a little bit. It's after park hours technically, because parks have hours for some weird reason.
Yeah.
And standard kindred tricks are keeping it relatively secure. You've got some ghouls and stuff on the periphery. You've got some of the police are ghouled, and they just happen to be. It's just the sort of thing where like there always happens to just be some sort of odd bit of happenstance that would stop any non-approved folks from entering the park proper, like deep into it type thing. So that's where we find ourselves, and as we come,
May I make a roll for the standing ovation and getting people in on it?
I have a very important question, because the camera would exactly come in on your standing ovation, like on top of the picnic table.
Okay.
Did you start it as a slow clap?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, then I will give you a boon. I will give you a bonus, one die to your pool.
Sweet.
Because you started
What
with
am
a
I
slow
rolling?
clap.
Probably
my
a
God.
charisma
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends.
So-
It really depends.
So
Are you like
charisma.
either charisma or manipulation, depending on if
Same.
it's like sincerity,
Oh, it's totally sincere. That was a good
It's
speech.
not sincere.
And what's the intent of this? Is it to like sort of, like goad
No,
others?
it was like it's a legitimately good speech, and Rory is excited to kill some first light fuckers. Like, let's go. Like,
I'll allow your choice then of persuasion or performance.
ooh, I'll do persuasion. I have dice in that.
Yeah. All right. So charisma, persuasion. This is you're just sort of like exuding your own sort of charismatic aura and like the energy and
Rory's
getting
so
others into
charismatic.
it. He's not,
Guess
but
what?
he's moved by somebody else's presence.
I'm gonna
So-
rouse.
Oh God.
I get hungrier.
Since we did have that time skip we caught up on, everyone was reset
Yeah.
to when I do
Oh.
time skips, it's a minimum one.
Okay. So that
one,
puts me at 2. Okay.
unless otherwise noted.
All right.
For like other reasons, like say you had a bunch of ag damage or.
Who has ag damage? Do that.
Charisma,
Oh, so there's never mind. I'm not gonna.
thing.
Someone might have issues feeding on mortals, and
I am, you know.
But not killing first light.
No, because they're dicks. I won't feed on them.
Our empathy, okay.
No. Okay. Considering how many. That is 3 successes with a possible bestial failure. But, you know.
This is
Just-
fucked up.
I wasn't going to like
I mean, it's still
make
3
this
successes, man.
complicated, but the
Like-
fact that you have a possible bestial failure on the line means I have to roll dice. So I'm going to sort of set like an aggregate difficulty here.
We're already pissing off every vampire in town.
I feel like the modal average of this crowd is 3. So a tie goes to the player.
Nice. Let's go.
Um,
Who sucks first light? Woo!
Elysium. Yeah, so you start the slow clap. And I mean, Ashley's already really done her part working the crowd.
Oh yeah, she did most of the work.
Throughout the last week, some big dice rolls and great RP besides. So like the crowd's
Prime.
yeah, they're primed, and so like the slow clap, and then there's a little bit of like and then some of like the yeah. So and then it like it
I like
dies
look
down.
at the Brewha and I'm like, who sucks first light?
Ashley, I feel like you had something in there.
Well, yeah.
For fuck's sake, Rory.
He doesn't get out much. Leave him alone.
Yeah, obviously. Thank you, everyone. My prince. And she'll just back up.
PKJ just sort of like gives like a quick hand, and silence works its way through the kindred rather quickly. It's like well, feel free to carry about your business, but as far as appearances, consider them being kept up. He says, like looking to folks, and there's just sort of a understanding that there might have been certain bits of decorum and some etiquette and some various things at play. Some kindred showing up for certain reasons and so on and so forth, and he just kind of says, "Hey, your duty's been fulfilled. Or obligations, like you're off the hook if you want to go your separate way." But as I am very quick to point out, the most dangerous place for kindred is actually at Elysium. And so there becomes a little bit of a dance in how the sort of various sidebars and conversations play out, and a little bit of a ballet and how kindred take their exits. Ashley, you sort of have some some more so your character
Glad handing.
yeah, like coming up and then doing the thing, and like I look forward to your to your run on the council and
Right,
so on and
right.
so forth. But for the most part, it's like in an anime though, where like in the background, like the characters are like just in watercolors, and they don't not
Yeah.
have all the full details. So some of the kindred are like definitely drawn like that, and without details and in watercolor. And
Is it a realistic thing for Sasha's sidebar with Annabelle to have happened during this time where PKJ is addressing everyone and she's kind of snuck off to do her own thing without really saying hello to the rest
well,
of the coterie?
you spoke in code was my understanding.
Yeah,
You
but
sort of-
like I mean like the idea that I kind of like the idea that this whole exchange with PKJ happened simultaneously while Sasha wasn't there and was off doing her own business. I just like the idea that maybe she wasn't there. Would it make sense for her to
that
not be there?
that Sasha's left. I mean, if you want,
Well, not that she's left, that she's just elsewhere in Elysium having
you've got
her
your
own
sidebar
conversation.
going on. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yes, because if
Yeah, you're
everyone's
one
having
of-
sidebars, Sasha probably. I would like to propose that she's done her sidebar at this point that we already had.
Yeah,
Obviously,
no,
but
absolutely, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
everyone's sidebarring and Sasha's not actually with the group.
okay. Bruja giving Rory the bombastic side eye. You're not. Yeah. In fact, a Bruja gives you a bombastic side eye. You're not sure if flirting or threatening. Probably both.
Does he come to Fight Club?
Oh my gosh. No. This is a large sort of like well, not so much large as he is like sort of broad Bruja gentleman. He's got his known as Clay. He's got like a nice full sort of black beard with a good mesh of hair to sort of black hair to match. He's wearing like Army Navy surplus fatigues and boots, and then he's wearing like a Run the Jewels t-shirt from their tour that came to Chicago. And he's not been to Fight Club, but Clay has a bit of a reputation of being a badass. So maybe you might propose for him to come to Fight Club.
Especially if I've actually heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have etiquette?
I do.
Okay. See,
yeah.
So for those of you who are first in watching one of my vampire
one
games, I love making etiquette in Vampire do extra things. So you can roll etiquette. You can roll etiquette plus intelligence.
Oh, yeah. That's a decent amount of dice, actually. At the end of the day. 2, 5. Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Right. 1, 2.
So
3, 4,
you know that Bruja have their own particular version of like Elysium. Is it rants? Rave? It's one of those R words. Help me out, Scott. It's a rave. No, it's a rant, right?
A rant and rave.
Bruja gatherings are called rants.
Yeah, it's a rant.
There you go.
So they have their own form of gathering, and you feel the best way to actually propose this particular thing, if you really want to make an impact and catch Clay's eye, is to actually, rather than asking him here at Elysium, ask him at the next rant.
Okay. And I feel like Rory has probably been to a couple of rants.
Luck check.
Yeah.
Or explain to me why you think Rory's been to a couple rants.
Just other guys in Fight Club. Like a little bit like
Luck
maybe
check.
like
You've
Yeah,
heard
it's
of
like
them at the very least.
I've heard. It's like no, and he would have like asked one of the like brouhaha. Was like, I heard you guys have these things. I'm like, it sounds super neat. Like,
Yeah, you
is
described
that
a rant as super neat to a brouhaha. You've definitely not been to one.
success?
How many success? What was it on the die?
Oh, it's it was I just rolled it.
Oh yeah,
rolled it.
because if you roll a vampire
Yeah.
die, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
6 or above. 6 or
Yeah.
above. Yeah, you've been to a rant.
Yeah, it's probably one, maybe two.
You've been to
like,
you've been to a
right.
rant. You're familiar. You really as like in a scholarly capacity, and you had like a decent like you were sort of like part of an entourage for one type thing, and
Research for Fight Club. Like, what can I
yeah,
do?
yeah,
What can I spice?
yeah. So yeah, you don't think like maybe asking Clay out and out to join the like Fight Club right here is the best move, but maybe you could like uh
Figure out where the next
where
rant
the
is.
next rant is. Yeah, it would become
Yeah.
the new angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like conversations at Elysium, how are you going to approach asking him? Are you going to sort of
Rory's the direct type.
okay,
We've
good.
established this. Rory is bad at vampiring. So yeah, just leave off the table and
So
just like walk
I
over.
am going to for this is where you could have been
Mm.
like, I wish to ROLL play being subversive and sneaky with my conversation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like we did for Sasha. And the fact that you were so hard committed and honest about it pleases me very much. So I'm going to make a note of that. Now,
I know.
it's
I no longer know who this guy is. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
you knew coming in.
I did,
Straight.
but Sasha is busy right now.
so had you taken some like willpower damage, you would like literally recover it right now because you have just like acted so hardcore.
Actually, I do have. I think we heal.
You heal
I have
willpower. Yeah,
two
over the
from
week you
a
would have
while ago.
over the week you would have healed your willpower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bonus willpower to spend in a situation not related to Elysium as a reward for how awesome and how committed you were to your character right now, despite me giving people repeated warning and you knowing, like you acknowledge, like I know,
Yeah.
but Rory's direct and bad at vampiring, so like I respect the hard commitment to the character, so I will give you a sort of like a phantom willpower to spend at a non-Elysium point in time later on this session or the 8-hour session. It is an expiring willpower point. You can't just keep it around forever. Speaking of, we have an 8-hour session coming up Sunday at 11 Central. Check your local listings for other times.
Yep.
That note that scene, by the way, Icor. There was also an explosion to begin it, which is the best because of some bad just decision making, like in a previous scene. It was great. Fireball may or may
Rory
not have
makes nothing but good decisions. I don't know what you're talking about.
like Rory makes nothing but good decisions. So anyway, Rory walking up to the brouhaha at Elysium asking when the next rant is in front of
my
other
God.
kindred who might be listening in on this conversation.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I'm not yelling at him, but it's like a quiet conversational
Oh
tone,
no,
like
I
loud enough to
understand.
be
Oh, I
heard.
understand.
But
I
yeah,
understand.
but not chill or
All
subtle
right, so
at
you walk
all.
up to Clay.
You're Clay, right?
You're Rory, right?
Yeah. Good to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you. I
He
put my
looks at
hand
your
out.
hand. He looks at your hand and kind of does the slap and
Oh
proper
yeah. All right. Hell yeah.
like a strong sort of predator, handshake type thing after the slap it, and a mountain explodes in the background. Yeah. If your nerves weren't dead, that probably the grip probably would have hurt.
So I had a good time the last rant I went to. I was wondering, got another one coming up soon. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I
You
remember
guys throw a
seeing
hell
you.
of a party. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I think Rory's gonna land some charisma, probably some persuasion, just to sort of sort of affectation over the conversation, and role play can as always, the two role plays are in play: ROLL, ROLE.
Yes. 4 whole dice.
This Tremere has access to fire. Sorry to disappoint Icor.
1 success.
All right. He's like, don't remember seeing you. Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude, like it's your guys' thing. It was just like
Yeah,
I
we
know a
probably.
couple of guys. It was like,
Yeah, we got one coming up here in a couple nights.
Nice.
You looking to debate someone? He smiles at you.
I don't know. I've had a rough couple of weeks. Maybe I could use a good debate.
Do I have to explain? Does Rory need to?
It's a fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
wasn't sure if Rory knew or not.
Yeah, no, it's a fight. Yeah. But are there's death matches?
Not usually.
Not usually. Okay, so it's basically Fight Club. Yeah.
It's Fight Club, Fight Debate Club.
Yeah. Fight debate. Well, yeah, no,
Fight
maybe.
brawl debate brawl club. I don't know. I can't.
It's not delivery, it's debate. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean,
good debate's always a good way to blow off some steam. If you've
so much
like you said, had a bad couple weeks of it.
100%, yeah. There's some woo going around.
Tell you what, I'll send you a pigeon. You can tell he's mocking the cameraless stance on technology.
Fucking pigeons. I just open my coat where my phone is.
Wait for the pigeon. And
Yeah,
you're
sure.
not sure if that was like really sarcastic or a blow off or like he was joking with you on account of your one in the conversation.
Yeah.
And he sort of like walks away. Roll a wits awareness though as he kind of walks away.
Wizware. Oh, no, there you are. Okay. Dose.
You're not exactly sure like where his gaze kept going, but he seemed to be his attention seemed to be like warily outside your conversation.
It's Elysium, people. This place, I fucking hate Elysium.
I mean, he kept like there was somebody or something like there. It wasn't just like darting around like nervously. He was keeping an eye on something specific. But you couldn't like track his gaze, and he wasn't like overt like about it. Like it was, you know. So he was subtle in sort of keeping tabs or track on something, and you just you caught him, sort of being aware in his own way, but you just couldn't track his gaze because again he was, if you weren't standing face to face, you probably wouldn't have even caught it in the first place type thing. So he kind of like, again, not sure if joke or blow off, and he kind of like
nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Future note in case I don't get to it, you do receive a literal pigeon in like a couple days. With
Write it down.
with a phone number to text. So if I don't,
this is like flash forward. Like,
so if I don't remember to,
fucking great. Everyone's always
don't-
talking shit about Bruja. Fucking bunch of dick. Like, this guy's fucking
so
hilarious.
if I don't remember to get back to you on this
Write it down.
on this
Someone
particular
write it down.
side quest, Rory does receive a literal like courier pigeon in two nights that has
Disney
like
Princess Rory.
little thing and it's his actual, and it's a burner, it's a phone number for a burner phone that you text.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I do immediately. I would text him, be like, "Can I bring my girl? She also likes to debate sometimes."
Oh my god, that's a birthday present in and of itself. Sasha at a rant. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
So Rory's done his thing. It's assumed that like stuff's all kind of happening a little bit simultaneously. Whilst this was kind of going on, Ashley has sort of taken care of the sort of appearances and the glad handing and stuff like that, and has now found herself relatively isolated with Damon, whom she has wanted to have a conversation with.
So, should I know anything?
As far as what?
Well, a random kindred blows into town from Milwaukee, of all places, and is in debt in a way to my sire, who is now dead. I'm not accusing you. I know exactly who killed my sire. But what should I be worried about? Who do I owe?
Nobody.
Then why are you here?
Why is anyone here?
Don't fucking give me some philosophical bullshit. You're a young vampire. You're a young kindred coming into a hell of a mess. Either you're very good at what you do, or you fucked up in Milwaukee and you're banned. What's the word? You're a persona non grata there.
No, I'm just not a big fan of the new management.
I see. And do you have a problem with anybody here? Should I be worried?
Not yet.
Why not yet?
Because so far I've been cleaning up all the loose ends.
What?
I went and saved her
loose
Tremere
ends?
today. Or yesterday, a week ago, however long it was.
What is
I needed one of those. He got him.
Who are you, really?
I've already told you.
No, you told me a version of what you wanted me to know. And of course, I was distracted then. I'm not distracted anymore. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Damon Dietrich. I'm a gang girl from Milwaukee.
Good. Then, whenever I ask my contacts in Milwaukee exactly who you are, that's exactly who they'll tell me you are? Perfect. Takes out phone. Text her wonderful contact in Milwaukee and just, Damon Dietrich, what do you know? Send.
One of the former princes in Newbie. Little rough around the edges, but good in a fight. Great for keeping around when we were warring with the werewolves. A little obsolete now that there's a truce. Kind of a threat to it, actually.
This is to the werewolf that I know?
Oh, I thought you texted the dude you'd been paying.
That is the dude I've been paying.
Oh, it was
who's
a werewolf?
Yeah.
Oh, the text is a lot different then. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's,
The text is to the werewolf.
fuck that
Who's my-
guy. Fuck that Anubi piece of shit. I'm glad Prince Decker's dead, and I hope he cries about it every night. I hope he cries tears of blood about it every night.
I'll call you later. I need more than that. Send. Interesting. Well, if you're staying under my roof, even part-time, try to keep your fucking nose clean. Don't track your fucking business into my home. And now,
Big statement from you guys. I think
Wait,
you
what?
need to have more of a discussion with the company you keep then. Because so far, all we've been doing is cleaning up your guys' bullshit.
I'm going to forget you said that.
And I'll forget next time you're in a mirror.
That is perfectly fine. Keep your nose clean. And
Mom
she
doesn't
walks
like my
off.
new friend.
She just walks off.
Even as
She's
that, we're
gonna-
like, did you just piss off Mom?
Everyone's like, shit.
Yeah, no, Ashley's gonna hate the mess that Sasha's gonna bring.
Ashley has angry shoulders. I've seen those before.
Or how about when she finds out you've got some weird twitchy eyeballs?
His
still don't know
eyeball
what
hasn't
you're
twitched
talking
for
about.
at least a day.
I've stood in front of a mirror for an hour, and then it's fine. I'm fine.
But yeah, she's, I think, like, as soon as she walks off, she's going to, I can't remember if I noticed or not.
Noticed what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna go find Sun.
We'll get back to that in a moment.
Oh, great.
Hold, please.
There's
right.
some. He's doing some. Oh, he's writing something. That means it's important.
I'm taking a note. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
God damn it.
You know,
Well, I mean, sounds like an Ashley related note. Not my problem.
I think I'm just about done with Elysium. I hate
Uh,
coming here every time. I wonder-
moving
you think
cities
Sasha might
isn't
be
a
here?
masquerade breach. Usually, you have to like announce your presence to the prince or whatever when you show up as a new kindred. There are some like every cam city is a little bit different with that stuff. Milwaukee is very strict on how many kindred are allowed in the city, basically. It's it's very different. It's weird. Actually, Chicago and Milwaukee they're kind of like sister cities, IRL, but also in Vampire, and they both run their cities a little bit different from the sort of like standard Camarilla stuff. They run it different from each other, but also their leniency on thin bloods, and they've basically the writers want you to play games in Chicago, so they made it less stuffy and shitty.
Wild.
So and Milwaukee is like considered like a militant, like a Camarilla militant state.
God damn it.
Or was. It's under new management from what the canonical
According to Endless Elegy lore. Go
Yeah.
watch season 1 now.
yeah, like 30 episodes of that. Anyway, all of it on YouTube. Doesn't Cantabile have a YouTube command?
All right.
It does.
Well,
It should. Pulled it
in
up earlier.
glorious fashion, because I assume she's here somewhere, Rory jumps on another table and starts looking for Sasha.
You see, so we did your sidebar last week, and then
Yeah, my question is, okay, now that I know Rory's in play and not dead. Okay. I am going to send a text because I have been discreetly navigating Elysium, trying to be subtle and not seen. So
so speaking of subtle and not seen, you're like Rory from your post up on a table. You can spy Sasha like out across the way, like texting someone.
Sasha!
Continue
I run across tables, just jumping from table to table.
Roll an acrobatics. No, I'm. Bestial failure. You fall and get staked on the table. Like,
can I just like I send a text that says we need or no, it's like what do we need to do to move in on the compound, and send it to Zorn.
Okay. Meanwhile, you hear your name. Like, before
And
your
thumping
phone
on tables.
buzzes back or anything, you hear like you hear thumping.
I am gonna ask this to you, Michael, because why not? How okay, so there have been like text messages back and forth kind of sporadically. When was the last time they talked?
Like,
was it
in-person
before
talks?
Yeah, was it before the static
It was
man shit, or did they
it's that night, the night, because I think when you went off with Zoran the first time, I think it was probably the last time we've seen each other in person.
Okay. Yeah, Sasha, I think we'll just turn around and walk over to whatever table Rory is jumping on.
Standing on.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
Hey, it's been a while, stranger.
Life gets in the way. And apparently, I have a thing in my eye. If you ask Damon, but I think he's crazy. Anyway, Mayor
Do I see
jumps
it?
off the table and kisses her.
Yeah, no, she definitely kisses back. Does Sasha see anything in his eye?
What's your hunger at right now?
Dose.
No.
L2 I do believe. Yep.
When's the last time you cast a thaumaturgy spell?
Oh,
At the beginning of the
that
evening, you might have like done some rituals, right? Because you have
that
like
would have been. Yeah, I would have I would have
Fireball.
trapped my fireballs when I woke up.
Okay, roll that as though you had done
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That is.
You set me on fire before my birthday game. I'm gonna kill you.
Look, foreshadowing is like I'm just setting up Chekhov's gun or Chekhov's fireball, as it were. Chekhov's gun is the theory in cinema
was
that like
fine.
if you show
I
a gun
was-
in the first act, it has to go off in the third act, right? So I'm
I
showing
was
the fireball right now.
I was fine with it the first time. You can't keep doing this shit to me.
I think 4 is
Catchphrase.
my
My
number tonight.
catchphrase is a fireball going off on your ass.
4.
That's a callback.
No, I know what it was a callback to.
4. Okay. Yeah, nothing in his eye.
Yeah, and that's 4 shots, right?
Yep. So you have 4 fireballs.
So, what do you say we get out of here?
Oh, for the love of God, please! Yes, I hate Elysium so much.
Do I get a text back anytime soon?
Well, I'm gonna go with you don't.
Is it because of the thing that happened last session where it just abruptly cut me off? Okay. I look at Rory, and Rory would probably notice this. Sasha looks like she's about to say something, and then she just
Oh shit! You have I need a talk face. Let's go.
she looks at her phone like she's about to make a call, but she just puts it in her jacket pocket and takes off with Rory, helmets and everything, and they go back to her apartment to talk. She gives off this like super anxious vibe as she's pacing around when they get to the apartment, and it's just like and then she just says, Rory, you better sit down. I have a lot to say. But
All right. Roy just like falls on the couch. What's up?
So the guy that came to see me at Annabelle's club.
Right, yeah. Shadow guy, Mr. Multihead of Shadows man. Yeah.
Not the same guy from inside the club. Different shadow.
Figured that
guy.
the profile was a bit different. Yeah.
So, my ex-boyfriend is back in town, and
De la, your boyfriend's back?
Not
You're fired.
complicated, but we're not really a thing anymore. He's fine.
I assume, should I?
Right,
I mean,
and so the thing that you should
you're allowed to be friends with your
worried.
exes if you want. I mean,
That's complicated. I don't want to talk about that. No, the thing I want to talk about is that there is a Vusula in your bloodstone.
What?
I don't know how that works. I don't know anything about bloodstones, but there's a bloodstone in your there's a Methuselah in your bloodstone, and it's super powerful and super dangerous, and you need
It's
to.
definitely those other two things. I don't think you could get a whole ass Methuselah into my bloodstone. But then
I don't
it's a
know
pretty
if
big
it's like
stone.
a
But
piece of the Methuselah or like the whole thing, but look, the point is there's
yeah,
something there that is not a
no,
normal bloodstone.
Tosh.
It's
Yeah, no, I know.
it's
I picked
it's
that up.
bad.
It's dangerous. I get that. It's also incredibly useful, and I'm being careful. And it's not at the house, Ashley, if you're listening.
No,
It's still with
we're at
Reg.
the apartment.
Yeah,
We're
I know,
at
I know.
we're at
I I'm not above
no.
Ashley like bugging me to like make sure I'm not hiding things in her house. Yeah,
She's not actually doing that, is she?
I don't think so, but
Look,
not the stereotype of Ventrue. Anyway, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but like
no, it's
it's
not
a
fine. It's
it's a
dangerous.
dangerous artifact. Like that's kind of inherent with magic. It's like I'll look into it, of course.
I
Like
would never ask you to give up your magic. And she's twitching like she really wants you to do it, but she's like, I would never ask you to give up your magic. But this this bloodstone is more than you can handle, and
well, that's
this
rude.
this is bad. This is bad. Look, I
So you're hold on. Let's rewind a little bit. Why who is your ex-boyfriend to even have information like this? And is it reliable? I mean, he made the mistake of dumping you, so how trustworthy is he?
he no, I would trust him with my life. I
Okay.
did at one point.
She just says poor decision making. Okay.
He chose to do a job instead of staying. That's does not look, that's a personal matter. It has nothing to do with the reliability of the information he's given.
Okay.
He's a hometown boy. He knows this place inside and out. I I trust what he's giving me.
All right. Well, okay. If you trust the information, I mean, I'd like to talk to him and figure out what's what with the like. There's got to be more to the story than there's a Methuselah in my bloodstone. Like that's super vague
That's
and
just
concerning,
that's
100%.
that's
But
that's just part of the story. And then this is where she starts monologuing about the cult and the rituals and, stuff that's happening in 2 weeks that Anne doesn't fully remember. But Sasha would monologue about this and explain it to Rory.
oh,
Um,
bar.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, one of the big standouts is they seem to be looking for someone, right? From
And
that,
they were very Sabat flavored, right? That's what I remember.
they were really more like Neapolitan ice cream. There were multiple flavors represented
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple bad flavors. All right.
Chocolate's
But
delicious. What's
It's
wrong with you? So is vanilla. What?
well, no,
Strawberry is
no.
gross.
Neapolitan's
it's the
great, but like Sabat.
it's
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. Like,
it's
Sabat's
the
not a
it's a
good
whole
flavor.
I thought we were like, I thought
it's
we
a whole
were
Yeah.
blending
cocktail.
our metaphors
It-
here.
it's like when you get those every
Um,
flavor beans and all you get is
Remember that
earwax and
willpower
puke.
bonus I gave you? I take it away now because you just insulted like the best
No,
flavors of ice cream
Neapolitan's
that
great.
I had.
Well,
so
evil
Sasha starts
Neapolitan, not so good.
Yeah,
So
okay,
Sasha
evil
starts
diva.
explaining all of the information that she's picked up over the course of the week to Rory, but doesn't touch on the stuff that's personal to her yet, of just like, you know, bad stuff happening, ritual. I think she even she even she mentions the cult. Um,
Oh,
but
good, because we don't have enough to do.
no, and
But yeah, all right, a
I
cult, great. I
yeah.
mean, seems like more reason to talk to. I can't just keep calling this guy your ex-boyfriend. What's his name?
Zorn.
Zoran. Okay,
I was
that's
wanting to
less of a
introduce
mouthful.
you. I was wanting to introduce you tonight, but I couldn't get a hold of him, so that's another problem.
Maybe he
Think
had
he
a
might
hot
have
date.
gotten in. I think he might have gotten into something and gotten a little held up. She is intentionally not making eye contact with Rory as she says that.
Well, okay. I
I
mean,
feel like I want Rory to roll something, but also
I
do
suppose that
Anne, it's your character. Do you think Rory picks up on the how she seems a little disconcerted with like what she said, or
I mean, I think Rory can see that she's just kind of
there's something she's
distant
not
and not
telling you
making eye.
about how difficult he was to get in contact with tonight?
She knows something she probably shouldn't know.
Well, and you're not going to say, "Hey, I was spying on his I was stealing his
No,
census,
I was
and then I."
borrowing them. I was borrowing them. It was not stealing. I gave them back.
he definitely consented. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Oh, no.
As one does when you're blood bonded.
yeah.
Shh.
So
No, don't talk about that.
You
That's a
think
secret.
Zoran's in some kind of trouble?
I have my suspicions. I don't know for
Do you have
sure.
any idea where he is? Should we go help him?
I have a question for the ST. Could I tell where that was that I was seeing? It's not
Um,
a familiar place to me, is it? Or is it
no,
the place?
no, but like you've been in Chicago a fair while. I mean, it had a definite vibe of like the abandoned area of the docks. Like there's a whole Chicago and Milwaukee both have these essential like industrial graveyards is the best way to describe them, where like um just these entire chunks of warehouse or like warehousing districts or where like when industry collapsed basically, um no one can buy up all the real estate, but you can't do anything
Uh,
with it. So it's
I
just like
uh,
you got a definite vibe of like the industrial one of
n-
there's a handful of them, but you borrow all of the census and there was a smell of like Lake Michigan, like like a pretty intense like Lake Michigan smell.
I I have another question.
So the abandoned dock area.
How much communication over the course of the week would they have had in terms of coordinating their efforts? Because he didn't necessarily ghost her, but they were working independently for
Yeah,
most of it, correct?
yeah, you've been doing the Cowboy Bebop thing, like I said. It's been assumed for this week that you've been kind of like going around talking to like old men playing like checkers outside.
Okay.
That's
No, but like
a joke.
in terms of
Um,
how much of how
yeah,
communicative we
he
have been to each other?
he hasn't said directly anything involving his mission, because
No, not his mission, but he did say that he did insist that they work together, right? So whatever that means to him, is the conversation heavily implied that he came back because it's something they had to do together.
it was a sort of like
I
I mean, he
remember
kept you in
this
the loop.
part.
In short answer is you've been kept in the loop decently. But
Okay, so
some of the specifics have been left out because where on 10 business specifically is like that that gets omitted. Uh
okay, So
because
she might have a
he's not
general
sure
idea of the
he's not
where.
sure what the other 6 will do if, like, he's leaking information out, like, it's he he doesn't wanna, like, endanger you accidentally because he just said too much.
But would he have said enough for her to have an idea where to look?
Oh, you definitely know the compound is sus just in general, not that you don't think he was there. Um, but, yeah, I'd say you knew he was chasing down a couple leads. Um, when he described it even, it sounded reminiscent of did Rory I guess I have a question for Michael now. Did Rory ever describe, like, cast your mind back to our first adventure? Did he describe, like, what happened when he saw the painting with, like, the seals and that very, very first adventure when they went to the museum?
Oh
Can you
yeah.
kind
I imagine he would have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he mentioned something that sounded familiar to her then. Like, because Rory would have talked about, like, his sire and like, seeing him in a robe or something weird and, like,
Oh yeah, that.
something
Yeah, very
something
much.
about the moon.
Yeah,
And
the
so
weird moon cult. Yeah.
Zoran was also talking about, like, some moon phases or something, or, like, some moon cult or something. He never gave a name specifically, but, because they were kinda trying to they were in the process of trying to figure out who the hell is doing this shit. Trying to figure out, like, which cult is, what are they exactly? They just know that they're, like, nabbing up some really horrible crap, and they're borrowing some of, like, trade secrets from Urshulgi, and they like there was basically Zoran got put onto the scent of this bad stuff happening, but they're not omniscient, so they've been investigating, right? Um, but yeah, you remember him, like, something like looking into a cult with these something having to do with these phases of the moon, and um he was poking
Sasha,
around. Yeah, go ahead.
Sasha will relay this information and she just says, I have the vaguest idea where he might be, but I don't know.
Hold on.
Eh,
Moon cult?
yeah, he was investigating some moon cult,
Like,
the
yeah, the
ritual
thing
in
with
two
when
weeks.
and when we went to the museum and I fucking blacked out for a minute. Do you remember? I saw a whole, like, Robert and moon shit, and it's all
Yeah.
related. Oh god, I have a headache again.
Um,
Okay.
nice.
Roll to
So
resist eye twitchies. I'm kidding. You're fine.
my sire might also be involved in this. The sire that I don't talk to, never had any problems with until now.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
It's so nice
The
playing
one
with
I never
outsiders
talk
and stuff.
about because I don't really care.
Sure,
That
sure. Yeah,
guy.
rub your non-sire issues in my face. I appreciate that. I'm kidding.
Look, the
But
point is
should we go? Do
my
you have
sire
an idea?
issues are here now.
Should we
I
go?
I have.
Should we go help try to find him? Do you think he needs help?
Do I think he needs help? Yes. Do I think we should go and try to help him? I'm not so sure. Um uh hey, ST, is there a way I can kind of suss out whether it's a good idea to intervene at this point? Because I know that if I do, the rest of his homies might not like that. His
Okay,
work
let me
friends.
put this on a sliding scale, okay? Um,
Okay.
is it a good idea to try to save a friend's life? Probably, yeah. Um, is it a good idea to do it by yourself considering some of the question marks? No. Uh,
That's
could it
not the question though.
compromise things for him? Depends on how
That's a
you do it. You guys are already investigating weird moon cult stuff, and you have weird moon cult's bloodstone, and etc., etc., etc. You have plenty of plausible deniability. to happen upon Zoran whilst investigating the thing you've been investigating for months already anyway. You picking up what I'm laying down?
I'm going to ask you something, Rory. How good are you at lying?
Have you met me?
No, I'm going to ask you again. How good are you at lying?
Torador asking
Hey.
the premiere how good you are at lying.
You witnessed me at Elysium. If I can't be bothered to try to lie at Elysium, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not good at it. Like, I might land
Yeah.
1 in 100 lies. Like,
Let's hope that if it comes to it, you land the one tonight. Hey, you know what? There's enough plausible deniability for us to go there, investigate the weird moon cult shit, and if we happen to run into Zoran, and if he happens to run into trouble, then we are helping out an old friend.
okay. Should I call up my personal hero?
Do I know
Damon.
who that is?
Damon.
Damon.
Oh,
It's Damon.
do I know what has happened? Your personal hero. Okay, wait.
I have not. We haven't gotten there yet.
I think this is where you could ask him. Wait a second. Like, I
Wait,
think
your
that's
personal hero. Wait, what happened?
Right. I suppose. Yeah. Fair enough. So about a week ago, when Ashley was having her little tete-a-tete with PB and J, I I had a thing to do, and it didn't go well. Turns out, I guess good news for you, Janet's dead. Has been for a while. But I had a conversation with the Static Man, and Damon showed up earlier, and we were, Damon saved my life. Fundamentally, like, I had a whole thing. He keeps telling me there's a weird twitch in my eye. I stood in front of a mirror for like a solid hour.
Went
I'm
alone?
fine. I mean, I went alone. I didn't stay alone. I just thought she was hiding in the. I just thought she was hiding in the theater. I didn't. I suppose I should have put the dots together that she, but
For someone so smart, you can be such an idiot sometimes. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go to the docks. Well,
great.
it's
Are
fine.
we rounding up the posse?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Damon could probably be really useful, so I guess I just wasn't sure if Damon was considered part of the posse, but if he is, the answer is yes.
He's part of your coterie. Like, he's definitively part of your coterie.
My only issue with this up is having to explain everything to Ashley and then her getting all uptight about things, blah blah blah, not in my house. You know, it's
Look, I mean,
a lot.
this is all at least tangentially related to everything we've been doing. It's like we got a lead on moon bullshit. You guys want to go punch the moon? Like, we'll just drop him a quick text. Like,
Damon, yes.
okay.
Sure. Damon I mean, I've fought with him. He looks like he could actually punch the moon. I'd be down for that.
Good,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna whip out my phone and be like, I'm gonna text Damon. You feeling heroic again?
I feel like maybe we take a little more time to explain it to Ashley when there's not someone who may potentially be in trouble.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, my sire non-issues have become real issues now, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, you know, after Zorn left, he was the guy who taught me how to fight and, you know, murder things. So, or at least, you know, hand-to-hand combat. And you see Sasha kind of go up to like a closet and start pulling out like shotguns and just like, okay, we're going to deal with cultists. Should I bring this one? And then she pulls out Tobias. She puts it back. Should I bring these two? Should I bring this? And it's the stake launcher gun.
Maybe.
Exit
and,
strategy 2 is also in there. I don't. Oh no,
How
exit.
did exit strategy 2 end
Exit
up in
strategy 2
my...
is in the bathroom
Exit
at Ashley's
strategy
house.
is
I
in
was- that's right,
Ashley's
it's at
house.
the coterie house. It's at the coterie
Yeah.
house. Yeah, or Ashley's
Yeah.
house. Sorry.
Yeah, you can always.
I just wanted to call back for exit strategy.
You can also sneak into the coterie house and just steal whatever.
Just
You
steal
know.
it.
I mean, I could just
mean,
walk in and have a
Yes or
key,
no?
but
I'm
Ashley's
in
got some
awe
dragon
at the-
fire, doesn't she? Yeah.
At the
Well,
absolute brass balled move of leaving Ashley out of this.
Hey, I tried.
Sasha has reasons.
Like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell mom. Don't tell mom we're gonna go
Terrible
save my ex-boyfriend. Hold on, we're gonna try to figure out something about a cult. Don't tell
Okay,
mom.
but like in Sasha's defense, there's a whole lot of stuff involved in that too, and she.
I thought Rory had
know,
a
it's
monopoly
like-
on the bad decision making, and now like Sasha's getting in on it.
Okay, for the record, Sasha has always made bad decisions. At least she's consistent.
These are,
Oh yeah. Does Damon
type
reply
of
to my
bad-
text?
does Damon reply to the text?
What are you doing?
We got another rescue operation, also moon stuff. So
Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess I'll go.
sweet. I'll just shoot Sasha's address. Just meet us here. We'll go from here.
Oh
Why
wait,
do you
am I?
why are we throwing you into danger shit? I need to find like a safer Tremere that doesn't do this.
Is this what's
It's
going on in
dangerous.
Damon's head as he's like writing this text?
What was that
Or
a
is this
text? You'll be like,
actually
I'm
happening in
probably the
text?
only Tremere that would
Like-
associate with you. So love you too, buddy.
Damn.
Dangerous. Dangerous.
Tremeres suck.
It's
If you didn't know.
well, you know, the dangerous Tremere with the dangerous Toreador girlfriend. Okay, so we're doing this. When if
Damon's
Damon
on his
shows
way.
up, we're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming.
I just really don't think Ashley is gonna particularly love everything I have to say. But we'll have a proper sit down with her when things are not in such a rush. And
It could
Also
be
maybe
useful
get-
though. We don't know what we're going into. Like, she has
what,
her
like
her
pay
own
off
wibbly-
the cultists?
There's
I'd
like
rather just shoot them with shotguns.
There's like a note
Well, I
here.
mean, she has the dragon fire gun. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, and also just she's got fucking shitty Ventru powers where she yells at people and they do shit. I hate that
Yeah.
shit, but she doesn't.
Ugh.
And I mean, we are all kind of in this together. Your call. It's your
Are
mission.
we though really? I don't think shit's gonna. I don't. Hey Ashley, there's a bunch of weird culty bullshit, and also we're gonna go save my ex-boyfriend. I think the ex-boyfriend part is a little more personal and a little less. We're all in this together, but I mean, sure. I guess we could
I mean,
loop her in.
do you consider Ashley a friend or not? I guess is the question. Do you
I
want
feel
your
like
friend
she-
to help you save your ex-boyfriend? Like,
I feel like she used me. It was just an annoyance or whatever, just incidental. I don't particularly feel like we're friends. I feel like she tolerates me on a good day.
Somewhere you hear in the distance, I just tolerate all of you.
Again.
I think that's how Ashley makes friends.
This is the closest Ashley and I have ever bonded.
Like, not only is she Ventru, but she's like old money. Like there's only so much like heart in there, you know. Like,
This
I
is
love
fun.
Ashley. She gave me a place to live, but it's hard to reach her emotionally, you know.
Gave you a place to live, and it wasn't an emotional void. But you know,
I mean, I just want to.
You also said no magic in the apartment, babe. So
yeah, but fire is weird. A kindred that fucks with fire is weird. You know that, and also.
and you know you're into it. Am I calling Ashley or not?
She pulls out her phone and goes into the group text and says, an old friend might be in trouble at the docks. Also, culty moon shit.
I so want Damon to be like, "Oh, is this why you texted me earlier?" Like, it's just...
Is Damon in the group text?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay, we'll just.
When you say
No, it's
group
just
text.
the three of them.
Oh, okay. So he's in the coterie,
the
but he's
old-
not in the group text. I see
They
how
only
it is.
want me when I have
Not
to save
yet.
somebody.
Wow.
We haven't onboarded him
There's like
properly.
the
We have
old
to
group,
onboard
there's the
him.
old group thread, and there's the
This is
new
what
group
we
thread
need.
that has
This is
Damon.
Apparently, I'm more
what we
onboarded
need.
than Ashley because
I-
I got an invite before she did.
That's
so.
true. That's true. That is so true. So, do you push send? That is the question.
She does push send.
And then Ashley rolls up and sees Damon standing there and is like, "What the fuck?"
I love this so much.
And then the moon cult is inside staring at us, going, "What are those morons doing?"
For real though.
Do they realize how loud they are?
What do I need to
They're
bring?
not even there.
Also, I will grab Damon. We need muscle, probably. Send.
That's so good.
Fucking delightful.
Do I get a sense that we're dealing with mortals as well as kindred, or is it like kindred cultists? Like, what is the general vibe, or is it both?
Both. It's definitely both. Like, I know it's
Okay.
both. Like, from my visions and things. So
Sasha just replies, "Bring Damon and bring whatever you need for both kindred and kind."
Good to know.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing is Damon still at Elysium? I'm assuming the two, like, at least Ashley's still at Elysium. Is Damon still at Elysium?
I started making my way out of Elysium and towards their location.
he was there. He is like 8 feet tall, so you can probably see him through the crowd.
Yeah. I think that's when Ashley realizes that Damon is not added to the group text, adds him to the group text, and says,
Rory's looking at the group text like, "Oh shit, we never added Damon." Fuck.
Damon, are you still nearby?
Trying to stay out of trouble.
We got some weird shit happening. We could use some help.
You need to stay out of trouble. I heard a Ventru tell me and threaten me, tell me I need to keep straight and walk the line. Don't let her find out you're getting into more bad stuff.
Wow.
Oh, the shade. in this
Honestly,
episode.
fuck all of you. I'll be there in 15 with equipment. Bitches. That's what she says. She actually says that in like
typing it
in Chicago, like her little Chicagoan accent, like under her breath. She's like, "Fucking bitches," and just looks for Sam and goes to the car.
So when Ashley breaks kayfabe, like those are some of the great moments. All right.
Fucking beautiful. All right.
All right. So
One thing
Ashley,
before- yeah, go on. Sorry.
well, hang you if you think before, go ahead. We're
No,
gonna be
I was just gonna
wrapping
say
up here shortly. So.
before everyone else shows up, Sasha just says, I have another question for you before everyone else shows up.
Yeah.
Asking for a friend, do you know of any rituals that remove someone's heart from their chest?
Rituals, not so much. Disciplines, yeah. I mean, it's pretty high level shit, but
Do you know if it's possible to put that heart back?
offhand, no. I'm sure I have it in the book somewhere. Probably wouldn't be easy. It's a whole ordeal to like remove your heart and like put it in a fucking sewer somewhere or whatever.
Good to know. Promise me you'll never do any of that shit.
Well, I mean, some high level protein, and I mean, why? It's actually not a terrible idea. It's can't be staked if you don't have a heart in your chest. Like, does have drawbacks, I think, but
Yeah, no, just I'm not gonna ask you not to do your magic, but I am going to ask you not to do that. I feel very uncomfortable about it.
it's a weird line to draw, but sure. I don't see. I mean, I can't do it anyway. So what the hell? I guess.
Just no, it's
There's such an important detail left out of the request, by the way.
Don't be like my ex-boyfriend and rip out your heart, please. Thanks.
So
Okay,
that you can
bye.
protect me from getting staked.
anyway, love you. And the first time she says it out loud and gives him a kiss.
Oh my god.
I love you too. Let's go
Save my ex-boyfriend.
save your ex-boyfriend. This is a weird series of sentences to put together,
Ashley shows up 15 minutes later with
we
dragonfire guns and exit strategy.
So
You think these would work?
So Ashley Dame
Perfect.
would most certainly show up 15 minutes later.
Oh no.
But as she heads to the the Lincoln Navigator or whatever souped up
the
SUV.
Yeah, the souped up
It's an
SUV.
SUV.
I feel like it's a mental slip because I associate Ashley with like wealth and limousine, but it's actually souped up SUVs like an Escalade or at wealth, right?
Yeah, it's a really nice Escalade with like really tinted windows, also bulletproof glass, really nice tires that can
Incredible
run raw.
tires. Yeah. Run flats basically.
Yeah, run flat.
So Sam has a rather perplexed Sam 3 has a rather perplexed look on his face as you sort of like head around to like he's got like a pretty like discreet although accessible location for you, in case shit went sideways, you'd be able to like either make it to him or he could make it to you type thing, but trying to be like inconspicuous and not draw attention to this very nice SUV sitting near a park after hours, right? The park's not too far away from like some downtown life though, so it's not like sore thumb.
Unheard
But point being, he's sort of like done that sort of like discreet in plain sight type of parking job, right? Probably, you know, just a little bit too far away from like a club or something, but easy trip for him. And so you send word, and he drives up over, and he parks much closer. And as you walk up, he's gotten out to like to where he would normally go and like be ready to hold your door for you, but instead he stays outside the door a couple paces away from it, holding a simple cellular telephone in his hand, like a just like a sort of early, I don't
Like
know.
a brick. Like
No, like an early smartphone, enough
Okay.
for video. Like a iPhone 1 or something like that. He's just kind of holding it.
What's going on?
Ma'am, it's probably best if this arrived for you through one of our more discreet fronts.
From who?
I think you'll know when you watch the video. His face, you've never seen this look on Sam 3's face.
She'll power it on and everything, and
so it doesn't have a SIM card. It's like you can see up in the corner and stuff like that. It no signal,
no SIM, and
incapable of anything. But it pulls up an MP4. It's a video of Sam 2 sitting in a chair, bound in a dark room with a single fluorescent bulb above him. Someone holding the camera throws someone off camera splashes him with like some water, and he comes to. He's pretty heavily beaten. We believe this belongs to you. A distorted voice comes through in the background. This might be where we offer something as cliche as a trade, but instead we offer a warning. And then it just goes black.
Are there pictures on the phone? Like if she goes into the photo album.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you go into it and it's just essentially torture porn, like him getting the crap kicked out of him and beaten.
Are there any that show that he's dead?
No. My brother is, no offense, miss, but the toughest person I've ever known.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I don't think this is too much.
This is why we're going to war.
And that is the perfect place to call it for the evening.
Motherfucker!
So, 8-hour game, we're going to war?
So we're going to war. We're hunting down a
War.
cult.
What is good for?
Everyone
About
gets
8 hours.
introduced to Sam too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I know Sam.
no,
But yeah.
Everyone
I think
knows.
Sasha kind of.
Minus Damon.
Everybody. Entertainment. Yeah.
Well,
Is he
someone
hot?
told me I was going to have an anime tournament arc and storm the compound. So we'll see how well Meph can throw it all into 8 hours. We're going to have a war against First Light, and then we're going to storm the compound. That's going to be great.
The thing I love the
It might
most
be
though,
both at the same time.
is subversion. And maybe I've just like set up a bunch of stuff, and then it's just my Little Pony vampire
Exactly.
Everything
We
dies.
go to the compound and
Like-
it's just ponies.
Yeah.
Scott.
Or
It's a tournament arc
I
with
am going to
ponies.
run a
but-
gargoyle game where it's Kiki's delivery service except with gargoyles and you're murdering Tremere. Like this is the one shot I must run one day. And there's like an unofficial like clan book for gargoyles for V5, so like I want everyone to make gargoyles and like basically sorry.
Okay,
Like
but
what if evil
me and
Kiki's
Scott-
delivery service sorry.
me and Scott got to make a birthday violence pact. 8 hours of carnage.
So I probably can't compete with the drama of previous birthdays, but I can set a new bar of violence that will
No, I'm sorry. There's
be
No one-
the legendary stuff of legends.
no
Legendary
one is
stuff
ever
from
going to be
Legends.
able to fuck with me the way Michael did on my last birthday, but I do.
No, sometimes you just don't need to touch stuff like that, you know.
No,
Yeah.
but you can create your own classic. I'm giving you an opportunity to give me my new best birthday ever.
There's more than one kind of perfection.
It's true. It's true. So speaking of more than one kind of perfection, thank you all for watching Endless Elegy. This episode. Boom, segue.
back.
Go ahead and have the cast real quick talk about themselves, plug it whatever they want. Starting with the React Queen, Shelley Von Miller.
Hi everyone. I'm Shelley Von Miller. I've been playing Ashley Dame, the Ventru Primogen of Chicago, but also the least liked person in the coterie.
So brutal.
You can find me everywhere on the internet
Unfortunately, that
at
is
Shelley
true.
Von Miller. I am gonna be here, and then an hour after we wrap the 8-hour craziness, I will be playing Dungeons and Dragons on my channel, where we are slowly going to perdition and ending the campaign. And yeah, I can't fucking wait.
Metal.
Yeah, we're only like 4 episodes away from the finale, and I'm scared. But yeah, there you go.
Sweet. Anne.
Hi, I'm Anne. I was playing Sasha, our Toreador who makes excellent decisions and has to be guilted into stuff sometimes.
Into just asking your friend simple questions.
Yep.
Listen, first of all, I have been telling Shelley off screen that this is how Sasha has felt for like ever. It's the first time it's been addressed on screen, but I've told Shelley, I'm like,
I know. I'm like, oh, we're saying the quiet part out loud now. Okay.
we're saying the quiet part out loud in private, okay? In her defense, it was supposed to just be between her and Rory. So
I mean,
unless
it still is. But, you know.
it still is. Like, okay. Anyway, Sasha makes good decisions, everyone. No. She makes terrible decisions, but at least she's consistent. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I refuse to call it X because fuck that.
Same.
At XO_girl wonder. It's my birthday on next Monday. We are playing 8
Also
hours
Scott's
of
birthday.
Vampire on Sunday leading into my birthday, but also it's Scott's birthday.
Also Scott's
If
birthday.
you, also
Who's the
Scott's
least liked
birthday.
member of the coterie over there, Shelley?
Shelly's awful. Sasha actually really likes Damon.
He just like
There's
he just beats stuff up and drops one-liners. It's great.
No, Sasha loves that. Sasha actually authentically loves it.
Oh my
Anyway, so join us for Vampire on Sunday, and then join me on Monday for Daggerheart one shot for my birthday on the 25th. Monday is my actual birthday, but Mondays suck. So I'm
Also
piggybacking
Scott's
off of Scott's birthday. I'm piggybacking off of Scott's birthday. So we're gonna have 8 hours of Vampire on this channel. Sunday at 11 a.m. Central. 12
So
p.m.
speaking
Eastern.
of Scott's birthday, Scott.
Anne's birthday was so like powerful, it like was consuming my birthday.
Yep.
Much like Damon being in the background until somebody needs saved.
Everyone plays a
Metaphor.
part.
So
Least like
Yeah.
character Shelley. Boo hoo. Hey, I know I
Oh
just chastised you a second ago, but I need to go fight something, and you saved me a couple times.
I was
You wanna go?
told I
Qualified.
figured you would want fights.
Look,
so the
you're good.
Ventru.
You're good at something.
Is anyone
your thing.
surprised people don't like the Ventru in the party?
Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm there talking about Rory loves Ashley. She's just hard to reach.
I love Ashley too. I just want to state that for the for the record,
It was going to
the
come up
characters
eventually.
that exist in this coterie right now, the one on the upward trajectory for humanity is actually Ashley. And
That's
who's on the
crazy.
downward trajectory for humanity when you
Sasha.
run in your damn mouth about her like lacking feelings and stuff?
Oh, what she said was she felt like that Ashley thought that she was just annoying or like just there.
Like some
Okay, she
quip in
didn't
there about,
specifically
like,
say
having no
I
anything.
just think
soul.
everyone's there. That's what Ashley
it's funny.
says. I just
It's
No, it's just
yeah,
like
she
she
just kind of like.
I just feel like I just feel like she thinks I'm an annoying.
So Scott, who you been playing? And
Annoyance.
what do you want to shout out?
yeah.
I've been playing Damon the Unwanted Gangrel. Unless there's a
Like
fight.
him better.
And Damon, when he's not saving their lives, is
Allegedly a
painting
Gangrel.
D&D stuff and Warhammer stuff because his demons there love him. Unlike his friend.
Mhm.
Things have been busy.
And-
There hasn't been a proper onboarding for the friendship, okay?
I thought you bonded over killing the gargoyle,
Or saving your
Really talk
boyfriend.
after the
or saving your boyfriend, or
there will be
There's
a
literally
conversation right
been
now. she's having-
insanity right after that.
It's
twice.
just one.
You've saved Rory twice.
I've saved Ashley. I've saved Rory. I've saved Sasha
Wait, when did you save Sasha?
by fighting the gargoyle with you. You weren't hurting it at all.
Like I was doing, first of all, I was doing assist stuff so that you
Okay.
could be badass. Okay, I was helping you out.
All right, so
And I saved your boyfriend.
we've had all this talk
Oh,
of
like, yeah.
birthdays, but in a totally unrelated tangent here. Caleb has just talked about a karaoke contest, and I'm going to take a note right now in my Vampire the Masquerade notes book that I keep. That has nothing to do with your birthday adventure on the birthday adventure page.
We've already discussed off stream about how the coterie bonded, and it was through karaoke. So Callum, how the fuck do you know that?
Hey, that's
Hold on.
that is an Easter egg secret unlock. You're not supposed to know that yet.
I'd actually forgotten that
Tell
Easter egg. So
Yeah.
So
secret unlock, secret
uh,
lore drop.
so just imagine. You know what? I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to
Yeah.
tell you how there'll be 8 hours
Michael,
of
who have
violence.
you been?
Fair. I have been
My
definitely
washboard.
Rory. Definitely just Rory.
Supposedly.
The ultimate good decision maker.
Who moonlights as
And-
a washboard
Yeah.
and a table coaster.
I think Rory is the glue